All right, so I wanted to address this take by RG3. Comment says, "Dear God, RG3 just said on Monday night countdown the Bengals are trying to turn Joe Burrow into Andrew Luck." I was going to blast him, but I'm not. Obviously, he retracted his statement a little bit. Says Joe Burrow is the most hit QB in the pocket since 2021. His calf injury was non-contact, but all those hits over the years impact your body and its ability to recover. This year, he hasn't been sacked a ton or hit crazy amount through 2 games, but the Bengals have altered their play calling to alleviate those hits, and they haven't been able to get going because of it. Now, to a degree, he is right, right? And I say he's right because 2020, when he tore his ACL, MCL, had that major significant injury against Washington, the Redskins, now called the Commanders, the O-line wasn't great. 2021, go to the Super Bowl. That's not a starting caliber Super Bowl offensive line. I'm just going to keep it a buck with you. Only starter that we still have from that offensive line is Jonah Williams, who is now a right tackle instead of a left tackle. Correct there as well. 2022 took them a long time to get going. First game against the Steelers, he has 6 sacks, right? Offensive line doesn't look good. They start gelling late, right? They gel late. They gel probably mid-season towards the end of the season. 3 of our starters got hurt, including Lyle Collins, who's no longer on the team, which is crazy to me. Alex Kappa, right? And then Jonah Williams. All 3 of them got hurt. So that makes a difference in the postseason and late in the season. So that's the reason why we didn't go to Super Bowl, right? Chris Jones was killing our line. It didn't look good. We had to go with 3 backups. So I think this line is much better. As he's alluded to, Burrow is getting the ball out of his hands a lot quicker, 2.5 seconds. That's fastest in the league right now. So he's doing a good job of that. And you can see Burrow, too, he's kind of sped up in a sense, right? He's not really trusting what he's seeing. Good thing is he's not forcing any throws, right? As soon as he waits, he's going 1-2. He's looking, and he's getting rid of the football. He's not really allowing it to mature downfield, letting his deep threats to go downfield. And you've seen kind of Chase say that with his comments. I do think this line is a lot better, right, than the past couple of seasons. I think Cincinnati has done what they could have done, and they've invested in this line. So that's why I don't think Joe Burrow is going to end up like Andrew Luck. I don't think that was a correct statement. I think Cincinnati has tried to invest in this line. They brought in Orlando Brown, a left tackle, paid him some good money, $16 million per year. They moved Jonah Williams to the right tackle. I like their offensive line. I think it's middle of the pack. In my opinion, I think their potential could be top 10, but it has to gel. And that starts with the play calling. Now, to the play calling, Zach Taylor and Brian Callahan have to do a better job of running the football. They look like a much better line when they're going forward instead of backwards, right? If you start doing that, and especially with Burrow injury, and again, I know some fans are upset, I would not play Burrow this upcoming weekend against the Rams on Monday Night Football. I will put him on IR, right? Because you want to protect your franchise. Sometimes it's not about this season, right? Now, I'm going to throw a scenario out there for y'all. Would y'all rather have Burrow hurt, have a significant injury, never play again? Or would you rather have, okay, hey, this season's a wash, but you're going to be able to win a Super Bowl with Burrow in the next 1 to 2 years? I'll take that solution all day long. And him to still be his normal self. I'm going to take that solution all day long as opposed to the other one. I just wanted to bring that up. Now, 2, again, so he has a point when he says 2021, especially in the playoffs, right? He got sacked 9 times against Tennessee, 19 times in the playoffs, but the line is much better, right? There just has to be better play calling back to that point between Brian Callahan and Zach Taylor. If you run the ball more, you can set up play action. All the great teams do it. When the teams that have beat us so far, they've been doing it. The Ravens, the Browns, right? They're running the ball a lot and setting up their play action, less pressure on the quarterback, things like that. I think that is a lot smarter, okay? So I think they will be fine. I think you got to let Burrow get back to his health. But to say he's going to be Andrew Luck, the problem with Luck is that, like I said, he had a bunch of lacerations in his lungs and things like that. He's getting hit a lot. Agreed. Burrow has gotten the most hit quarterback up until that point. But this season has been something totally different. So why even bring up that point? Right? Now, if you're bringing it up last year, cool. Bring it up 2021, cool. 2020, cool. This is a totally different offensive line. And they've added new pieces. Like I said, Jonah Williams last year was a left tackle. He's now a right tackle. I'm not completely sold on him, right? They need to get more help there as far as just depth pieces as well. But this line looks a lot better than what it used to. And I don't think that would be a scenario for Joe Burrow. So I just wanted to call that out, say that I don't think he's going to end up like that. I think they've done enough to try to help him start an offensive line to help him out. Last point is what they need to do is they need to work more on getting depth for the offensive line, right? And I bring up that point because, as you've seen with Cleveland, now he didn't look his best last night, but DeJuan Jones, 6'8", 374. Regardless if you call him a project, he could be a nice death piece for your offensive line. Now, you let Lyle Collins go. So now you're going to depend on what, Jackson Carmer, Deontay Smith? I'm just saying, let's get some starting caliber backups. Baltimore just gave you the blueprint of what you need to do as far as offensive line goes, right? No Tyler Lindenbaum, no Ronnie Stanley, but they've went out and got death pieces that they can plug and play when they get injured or something happens. This is the problem with the Bengals. So to a degree, RG3 is right because our depth is not good. I think our starting five is fine. And Burrow has enough time to survey the defense. He just has to get comfortable. I don't think he's comfortable because of the calf injury, so he needs to rest up. But if he has time, we know what he can do with the football. And he has time with his offensive line. Rarely have I seen them got beat. The one that was getting most beat was towards the end of the game, Jonah Williams, right? Jadeveon Clowney was teeing off on him. That's when you bring a chipper and things like that. And that's back to my other point. This is why you draft other players, right? In case he goes down, because Jonah Williams does have an injury history, this is why you draft players like that, you know what I'm saying, to help him out. Broderick Jones, DeJuan Jones. This was a great draft to get a tackle. Next year, they need to do it. Go get a tackle. Go get a tight end. Been saying it for the longest, right? You want to protect the franchise. Go get these pieces to help him out. They're cheaper. You don't have to pay them a lot of money, and they're under a 4-year contract with not a lot of salary cap you have to deal out to them. This is what the Bengals need to do. In my opinion, I don't think that was a proper statement. To certain degrees, he was right. But to say that this year in 2023, I don't think that was a plausible statement that he brought up. Now, if you bring it up 2020, 2021, going into 2022, sure. This year, no.